Well, first I gotta clean this mess up. That's from when I was jerking around with the Ranger last time. I got it all put together. The, the exhaust manifold's in. As it heated up, it ain't red no more, as you can see. But I got it all put in. It's all connected. I got the video of that for after I had welded up those pieces, painted it up, and then I installed the bottom section that I was missing. But first of all, like I said, I gotta clean this stuff up. So just give me like 10 minutes. Alrighty, here it is one more time before I throw some heat paint on there. Doesn't look too bad. Definitely not bubble gum. Let that sit there and dry for a second, and then she's going in. This is all kind of botchy right here, but it's fully welded. It, you know, looks like beginner's welds. And then same thing over here till about right there where I actually started getting it back and started getting a bead. I was kind of spot welding it to get the bead, but it's 100% fully welded up. I gotta get all these little beads off for the most part, so it goes right on. But yeah, there you go. Bam. So we'll get some paint on there, some heat paint to kind of help, and then get it installed, and I'll have my truck back. And here it is all painted up, ready to be installed. Once I get it in there, this is gonna set a good about an inch and a half onto the old exhaust, which is going to be perfect because it's solid in the back and it ain't going to go nowhere. I probably wouldn't even necessarily need to weld it up for the aspect of it not falling off, but it's still good to weld it up. I'm going to get as much as I can on there without botching it up. That's my famous word in this video, is botch. Yeah. No, I don't know. That's what it is. That's how I describe it right now. But anyways, here it is. And it's like 10 in the morning. I should be sleeping right now, but I can't. I gotta get this truck done so I could start using my truck instead of going back and forth with the wife's Jeep, because I gotta go all the way up to Benton, and then from Benton back down here, and then I gotta go pick up my kid after school. And then after school I gotta go back up to Benton to go get her. So there it is. It's got some surface rust on it, but this was done before I left California, about a year before I left California. So I'm gonna clean this up real nice before I put it on, and we'll be good to go after that. Well, actually not completely good to go, because I still have a hose line to replace on the truck. So I'll get to that too today. Alrighty guys, here it is, all installed. Bam. You know, for having to rush everything to get it done, I'm almost proud of myself. Could I do better? Hell yeah. But I had to rush and get this done, so for what it is, it came out decent. Fucking A. Ba-bam. Alright, so I got some stuff cleaned up. Kind of. Anyways, that's for another time. But anyways, I got tools picked up and whatnot, so I'm going to start on changing this hose. What I'm doing is changing this hose right here on the top thermostat over to the heater core. What was going on is that I have a weak spot on here underneath. I put a little thing on there, you know, kind of help to keep it from the heat. But anyways, I'm gonna change that out. I'm gonna run it up underneath this one right here so it sets up a little bit more. I got to loosen this up where I put the brass fitting and tilt it up just a little bit to keep it away from the header. As of right now, it's like almost setting on there, and that's why I put an extra piece of rubber around it to protect this hose. And that's what I'm going to be doing right now. So let's get started. Oh, next side's up. Now if this gives me trouble coming off, I'm gonna have to slice it and take it off. I got new hose, so it ain't gonna really matter too much. Which more than likely I'm gonna have to cut it off. Just trying not to make a mess, but the mess has been made. Right here, it's probably hard to see, but the soft spot's right here. And it's all, see, I could dig my finger into that. That was just waiting to go out on me. And this is why I don't like these older style clamps. Going out. Go. Get that nice and cleaned up before I put the new hose on. Okay, so this is getting rerouted. Like I said, from here over to here. We'll go ahead and put this side on first. Alrighty, that side's on. I'll make it to where I could get to it better with the screwdriver up and down like that. And now what I wanted to do is go under this stuff right here. And I also got to loosen those up. Loosen these up just a little bit. They're upright. So they will help out quite a bit. Tighten these back down. Okay, that's got to get moved in and moved on me. So that way I got full bearing on that fitting. It's going to stay right there. Alright, so that's going to help set it up just a little bit better. This I almost want to cut shorter, but I'm not going to. It's going to stay like it is. I were to cut it shorter, it helped lift it up a little bit though. But I don't want to get... Last time I got some coolant all over the header and it smoked like freaking crazy. I haven't had a problem with it like this so far. Like I said, I put this extra piece over the hose, so that's helping protect it. But now I get to put this one. And there you have it. Where did I put that, Reggie? Definitely a very long clamp. I should have took the other one off of, oh, back that off a little bit, where they had the hose connection to flush out the radiator, but it's already on there, so it's gonna stay on there right now. Unless I have to change it out another time, then I'll put the smaller clamp on there. And of course you don't want to over tighten these either, because these clamps are pretty damn strong. They look like a brass heater core, and I don't want to damage that or oval it out by any means. So that's plenty on there. Now I gotta tighten this one. That's all nice and snug. That's all nice and snug. This is setting up a little bit higher, which is making me happy. I still got to, this is working for now. This is just temporary. I'm sure you guys saw this in the other clip. Just a little hanger for the transmission dipstick. I got to come up with something for this right off of that header bolt, but I won't have to worry about that till later on. It ain't going nowhere, so I'm not too worried about it. But there you go. I changed that hose out. I relocated it. I think it's going to be better off over here. And I got this on there to protect this line. And that's bringing my electrical up away from it a little bit more, which makes me happy. And then these wires, yeah, it's got a good distance in between. You probably can't see it because the air box is in the way. I should have took it out for the video so that way you guys could have seen it better, but I didn't want to mess with it. And there it is, changed out. Gonna add some coolant in there, and we're gonna fire this bad boy up. So before we fire it up, I got a small leak down here, small radiator leak. I'm gonna have to order a new radiator. I got a crack somewhere in there on the plastic. I'm gonna order that. I'm gonna order a new pump. I don't know if I've said this before in another video, but I don't know how many times I've been told by people that you can't over tighten the serpentine belt. Last winter I had a company do the timing belt on here because it was cold as heck. I didn't want to fight with it in the middle of winter time because I don't have heat in my garage. But when he put this on here, this serpentine belt, that's loose compared to what he had it on here. That's about what it should be at, but it's loosened up since then because it's been almost a year. But this thing, I could barely put. You could play a tune on the damn thing. It was on there. I could tell it's way too tight. It's making my my water pump squeal and stuff. Like, and it is a brand new water pump that I put on here. Now the bearings are going out in it, so I got to get a new water pump and replace that. buy another cheap one on Rock Auto or something, I don't know. And then also, I know I mentioned the spark plugs. The one insert on the spark plug wire came off. It stayed on the spark plug when I pulled it, but instead of getting a new one, I was able to put the insert back in and got it all connected, and it's fine now. It's running fine. So here we go. I'm gonna start it up. Next video I make, I want to try to get a flyby, you know, from 0 to 60, you know, just that sort of thing. Have someone film me drive by so you guys could hear what it sounds like on the road. I'm going to go ahead and give it a couple revs so you guys could hear the exhaust system. It's the pace setter header going into a Flowmaster on 2 1/4 inch pipe. So I'm going to hang you guys back up so you guys could get a sound for it. Go ahead and take you guys around. I'm gonna let it warm up for a second, so that way I'm not hurting my motor revving it. And there's the exhaust right there. Let me get the light real quick. Here it is. Now it doesn't have the catalytic converter on there, so it's not eating up all that extra, but that usually blows out by the time it warms up. Go ahead. Yeah, I was gonna leave it right there. You guys are just gonna have to hear what it sounds like from inside the cab. I don't want it to start raining. I'll roll down this window so y'all could hear it. Harley, get down, get off my truck. Down. Hey, get down. Oh, she's a butthead. She'll probably move here in a second. And that's what it sounds like. Let me open up the back window here, get the light back on. So it sounds pretty good to me. So there you go, guys. That's all I got for you. Mix of some videos of some of the stuff that I got last week. Putting into this. I haven't had time to do anything else. It's been raining. And there it is. I was going to say booyah, but I hate saying that. I don't know why I say stuff like that. But anyways, I'll catch you guys later. Practical J, my life here and there. Peace.